On the show today, we're joined once again by Loretta from Perfectly Popped Balloons, and she shows us how to add pizzazz to your pieces and showing us her signature spray, but also the bit I love the most, these zigzag pearls. Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. As you can see, Loretta from Perfectly Popped Balloons is back. Hello.
Hello, thanks for having me again.
Hey, that's quite all right. Thank you for coming. And as you can see, there's this big thing here. Now, you've clearly made that, so you're not going to show us how to make it, but we can quickly talk through it, and then you're going to show us a couple of other things that you're going to add to it. So it's going to be quite a quick show, but it's going to have some really great value.
I hope so.
It better.
It will. Right, so I started off using 19-inch balloons, but I've blown them to 14.
And they're the Gemma.
And they are Gemma Latte in 19-inch. I've used all Gemma here. We've got the shiny gold, the latte, and I just thought we'd go for that boho look.
Okay, all right, very good.
But what I wanted to do with this, my vision of this is, if somebody doesn't want to go for a double number or a premium bouquet where it's larger and more money, this can be lowering the product, not the price.
Okay.
And this can be more of it's still wow because it's big.
Yeah, absolutely.
But using less product, it's quicker to put together. And also using a letter rather than a number is a bit different. And I think it can be a thing that's going to become bigger. So I've gone for an S because it's just a really nice shape. Yeah.
So I guess if somebody's having a party and it's their initials or a bride and groom or whatever their initials or something like that, you could put those together. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and by doing the base like this, we're blowing them to 14-inch, just is very impactful very quickly.
It's huge, yeah. It looks massive.
And we've only used 8 balloons.
So they're 19-inch balloons, but they've only been inflated to 14-inch.
Yeah.
Wow, if you inflated those fully, they'd be huge.
Yeah, they'd be even bigger. And then to weight it down, which gives it that real, like I mentioned in the last video, last time I was here, about when something feels heavy, it feels expensive, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've put a nice big water weight at the bottom there.
Very good.
Okay, or you can use sand.
Yeah.
But that gives it that real heaviness.
Solid. Quality.
Exactly that. Now, we've put the quads on. I think
you need another one. I think you need another one. Here's one I prepared earlier. Well, I prepared the ribbon.
You did. Very good. We turned the modelling balloon into a ribbon, and then we've put quads on either end, and I literally just wrap them in. So I've done those two either side of the number, the letter, to keep that in place. These two here, and then these two are going to go here. So I'm going to wrap around the big one. Wrap. You can wrap as many times as you want, and then sit it, and then hide the necks.
I wouldn't have done it like that.
And then wrap.
No, you've done that wrong.
Do you want to try?
No, I'm only joking. You know I'm only joking.
Who's in charge? Who's in charge today?
You are clearly in charge today. Perfectly Popped takeover.
Right, there we go. I do like using 4 rather than 3, just because I like to sort of build it out and give like a bulky feeling in the base. But that is what I would do as you could put that together in like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Please don't forget your tabs, hide all that and make all of that look like stick the valve down, cut the tops off. What we're going to do is we're going to give this a really nice boho impactful look with very, very little effort, I suppose. Okay,
well, let's move that out of the way. Over onto the high-tech stool.
Let's move that there. Have we got enough room?
I don't know, let's move it out a bit.
I'll do the good stuff. I can't put it on a stool, but I can do balloons.
I can put it on a stool. I can't do balloons.
Team. Right, shall I show
We were hugging last time and now we're high-fiving it. Oh, no, we're hugging as well.
We have to hug every time. Right, shall I show you how to do a spray?
It plays havoc with the microphones, you know that.
I know, sorry.
Don't touch it.
Are we good?
Oh, dear.
Well, don't make attention to it, because then I won't touch it, won't I?
Okay, all right. So anyway, what are we doing?
We are going to use modelling balloons.
Yep.
And I want to teach you a quick way to make a spray. There's like quite a few ways to make this. And also, I don't even know if this is like the original name for it. I just made it up.
Okay, good.
So it's called a spray, okay? So I've blown my modelling balloons up. I'm using shiny gold from the Gemma range. And to find the middle, I literally just stretch like that.
Yep.
Pull in the knot to the end. Together, you've got your 8. Even you could do that.
I could do that.
Go on in.
This is going to burst, you know that. So I do
With
that.
that attitude, it will.
I'm manifesting a burst, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm doing?
That's it. And
And then just squeeze it like that. And
there you go. Put your hand in and just do that.
look at that.
There we go.
Look at me.
And then
I'm
I
a balloon
like
artist.
to round it off a little bit because I prefer more of a round shape than that pear shape. Yeah, I'll do another one.
Oh, I don't want to do another one.
Do it.
I thought the pressure was... It's really hard.
It's
not
very
really hard.
easy. It's very easy. You've got this. Look.
Oh, I'm doing the other hand now.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I've got my
you've
watch.
swapped.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, do they
There
look
we
even?
go.
I don't know if they look even. They should
I
be
like
even.
it. I like it. Now this is the scary bit. You can put all of them on your hands like this.
All of them.
Well, yeah. If you're too scared, you can do 4. Do you want me to show you all of them, or do you want me to?
Yeah, do all of them. Go for it.
Right. This is the tricky bit. You pull
Breathe.
it. Oh, you see how like far you have to pull it,
Yeah.
and then you twist. Okay. This works every time for me. Every
You've
time.
said that now. It's going to go wrong.
Every time. Twist them in.
Oh. Oh, well done. That is excellent.
Ta-da!
That's amazing.
I told you it works every time.
That's really good.
And then obviously, yeah, you can fiddle about with it, make it look pretty.
So what are you going to do? Tie it on with one of these?
Yep, you can tie it with one of them, or with one of the legends that is you.
That's
made me
a
a ribbon.
really well done ribbon. I made that one, did I?
Yeah,
Is that
they're
from the
all-
last time you were here?
Yeah.
I've saved it. Yeah.
I took them home and brought them back.
Of course you did. It's weird that we're both wearing the same clothes again. I know that. That joke never gets boring, does it, Alex?
I'm gonna put it in like half and half, like that. Tie it in. You can cut these bits off. You can be, make it look aesthetically.
Tidy it up.
Tidy it up. Make it look aesthetically pleasing. And then, do you want to hold this?
I'll hold it.
Save us moving it backwards
Okay.
and forwards. Now you can think, where do I want it to go? Maybe here at the side. So what I'm going to do is take one end of that
Yep.
that's equal half. What I do is I take one end and I go in with that one end, get right in the middle of those balloons, all the way under. So now, when I'm tying it, if you hold that spray up like that, when I'm tying it, you can see I'm tying it from underneath, like
Yeah.
this. But I'm leaving enough room that I can move it around. If I don't want it there, I can go, oh, I'm going to have it all the way over here. And you can move it around. You can decide where it goes because you've not tied it too tight.
Yeah.
But now it's nice and tight and sitting where it needs to sit.
Oh,
But it
oh.
doesn't like sitting on that stool. But that is how you can add an impactful element quite easy. They do need cutting off because you can see them. But I would do that again and I'll put another one this side.
Okay.
But for now, what we can do is I want to show you how to just make this, decorate the letter.
Okay,
Show you
all right.
how that looks. And then I'm going to add on a couple of heat seals.
Okay. I love this because this looks really, really complicated.
Yeah.
And your average customer would be like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
And that's the great
Clever.
thing because, and having seen that now, relatively easy. They also like hard work doing that though with all of them.
Just
But,
pull and twist.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
just got to
it's-
make sure you keep pulling as you're twisting
Okay.
because if it's too tight, they're not going to twist, they'll burst.
Yeah.
So as long as you've pulled them apart and then twisted.
Okay,
Just
all right.
Get them arms nice and strong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I love that. All right, so you're gonna now put some modelling balloons around here,
Yeah, let's do something around there.
and that's where these sort of stacks. A lot of these have used modelling balloons in that exact way, and
Yeah.
it just adds that little.
Yeah.
Bit of
In
luxury.
fact, I could show you something a little bit different. I could
Oh.
show you something a little bit different for the middle to give
All right.
a bit of, what do they say? Pizzazz?
Pizzazz, that's a word.
We're going to pizzazz
Okay, we're going to pizzazz everybody.
I'm going to show you.
I don't know if we've had pizzazz on the show before. Have we had pizzazz on the show before? We've had zhuzh. We've had zhuzh.
Okay, well now I'm bringing the pizzazz.
Okay, all right.
I'm surprising you. I'm bringing it
All right.
out the bag because you didn't even know this was going to
I
happen.
didn't know this was going to happen.
You want to blow up your modelling balloons the same way that you do as if you're making pearls.
Yeah.
So with this pump that I'm using, I'm doing 3 pumps.
3
per pair.
pumps.
Yeah, this is.
But it will vary.
Yeah. It varies with what pump you're using.
I don't think we sell that pump, so let's not talk about it.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Okay. Whatever pump you're using, do your normal amount of pumps when you're doing your pearls. So even
One's bigger than the other.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
I'm gonna
all
show
right,
you.
it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter.
So you did that intentionally to
Totally.
show it doesn't matter.
Totally. It won't matter. You'll see why it won't matter in a minute.
All right.
Okay. So I didn't do it intentionally, but yeah.
You've just given the secret away.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to tie them together to make like a duplicate. And this is what I'm going to show you and see if you're going to guess what I'm making. I'm going to use this side for
An elephant.
Right.
A tiger. A castle. Is it a shark?
This reminds me of the episode of Joey where he on Friends. Where was you trying to do that?
Yeah, when he was on the game show.
Yeah.
You put this in your coffee. A spoon. Your hands. Your face. It's white. Paper. Snow. A ghost.
I'm gonna do this first bit, but I'm gonna talk you through what I've actually done. But can you guess what I'm gonna do from the first bit?
Ostrich. It's a house.
Right.
It's a car.
A 1 pearl. Joey, let me show you. There's 1 pearl this side. When I do that 1 pearl, I'm going to put it in my fingers like this so that I can now come onto this side and I'm going to do 3 pearls.
How could you possibly think I would be able to tell what you're doing just from what you've done so far?
I don't know, maybe
It's
you've
impossible.
Seen it before.
I've not seen it before.
When I've done 1 pearl and 3 pearls, I've then got 4 pearls, which looks like a square. I join them together.
It's a banana.
If I could make all these things with a balloon, I'd be so impressed. Going back to my shorter one, I'm going to do 1 pearl. Put it in my fingers so I've got the rest of my hands free.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I've got my 4, and I'm going to twist them together.
It's a fish.
Going back to my shorter one, 1.
I don't know what it is. It's a zigzag.
That's it.
Is it?
Zigzag pearls.
Oh. That's so cool.
And it's going to give.
Oh, that is so impressive.
Like it.
I was so busy guessing what it was going to be, I wasn't really paying any attention at all. So it's 1.
Boat!
It's 1, and then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with the 3 again? Show me that again.
So you've got 1,
Yeah.
and then your 3, and then it turns it into a square.
Oh, right, okay.
And you're twisting them. But you just got to remember, it all looks a bit funny, but as long as when you move it, it's when you go, oh yeah, there's my shape
I love
happening.
that. I love
My shape
that.
it's happening.
That is properly posh.
We are
That
poshing
is
it up.
really good. I love it when I get surprised with things.
There you go.
I get very excited.
There you go.
So you can do 1, 2, 3. And that is brilliant. Never ever seen that before.
I'm giving away some cracking things.
You are. And if you want more of those, just visit your website.
Head on over.
Perfectly popped balloons.co.uk. There's loads of videos on there. You can do the coaching as well.
I do the coaching. I love the coaching. We can talk about that, can't we?
We'll talk about that on the sofa.
We'll have a sofa chat. But this is a zigzag pearl. Everyone loves a zigzag pearl. Just don't get disheartened when you think, oh, the shape's gone a bit funny. Even I have to keep moving myself around, especially when I'm training. I'm like, oh, what did I just do? And then you just keep going. But we can go again. How many do I need? I want it I wouldn't waste too much effort going all the way round with these.
Yeah.
You could get it showing on the front and then using a plain one to go around the back like that.
Do that then.
So that's what I'm gonna do for you guys now. But we're running out of room for them. This one's running out, and you don't want it to. You don't want to go all the way to the end because you won't be able to tie it off properly. So we'll tie this off here. So we have our zigzag pearls.
That is such a good technique. I love that.
Yeah. And then I would leave that bit on there for a second because we're going to use it. Oh, they're here, aren't they?
Look good on a jumper. It's a tie. It's a tie. It plays havoc with the microphones, you know that. Could be a crown.
Yeah, oh my God, there's so many things, isn't there, that you could do with it.
I mean, I'm out, but I don't know what else it could be.
It's good, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is tie that onto there. So actually, I'm going to cut the longest one off. Tie that onto there, because then this can be how we connect it at the back without having to take another two modelling balloons and doing the whole zigzag thing again. No one's going to see it at the back.
Yeah.
You can, like it's really nice to do that for your client, and I do, but you don't have to. This is a little cheat for you. And then I'm going to bring this down to the floor. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or if you bring it down for me.
I can do that for you. There we are.
Thank you. And then we want it to look good at the front, don't we? So all I'm going to do is if we turn that round so they can see at the back, all I'm going to do is take this 260 down to the knotted bit here, twist it in, cut it off, tie it in, cut them bits off so it doesn't look...
So you'd still inflate it even though it's going to be at the back?
Yeah, of course. Makes it look better, doesn't it? And then when we turn it round, I'd move that just so that that's all at the front.
That's
and then
perfect.
there is your zigzag pearls.
Let's pop it back up on the stool.
Oh yeah, there's your shazazz. There's your zigzag pearls.
I love that. That's very good.
And if any of them are depending on your letter and the shape of your number, sometimes there's always one that just sticks down a bit. Stick it up with a glue dot.
Yeah.
But that's how I would do that. And then I would now add, because it gives an element of real class, doesn't it?
It does.
But again, not doing too much hard work. Now let's just add a little bit of boho to it with some heat seals.
All right, let's do that.
When we have heat sealed our heat sealers, do you call these minis or heat sealers?
I call them air-filled balloons.
I call them heat seals.
Heat seals.
Because then I know, because you can get the minis that have the valves, which are fantastic. I call these heat seals because I know they're the ones I need to heat seal.
Okay, all right.
But they come under minis, I think, on your...
Maybe they're small balloons, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a U-glue dash.
Is it U-glue or U-glue?
Oh, I call it U-glue. That is a good question.
That is a good question.
What does everyone else call it?
Leave your comments down below on Facebook and YouTube.
They can leave their comments, but how are we going to know?
Y-O-U glue is U-glue.
Oh, yeah.
U-glue is O-O-O glue.
Okay,
so
all
leave
right,
your
there
comments.
we go.
There you go.
I'm going to put a U glue.
Okay, you put an U-glue on there.
Just to get rid of that valve, you can also use sellotape, but you can use sellotape, but I prefer how neat it looks when you stick it down.
I agree with you.
Yeah, you like that?
I'm going
to do the same, although actually no, I'm going to leave that one on, so I'm going to show you a couple of different ways.
Okay.
So if I wanted to put this on the display and I thought, do you know what, that's going to look good right there.
Yep.
For example, or right there. Wherever, actually, you decide. You tell me where you want me
I don't like
it.
doing this. The last time I did this and somebody told me to put something somewhere, anywhere, I put it somewhere, and that person, you know who you are, said that it was wrong.
Well, you can't do anything wrong in my world. Creativity is creativity.
Okay, good.
Where do you want me to put it? And I'm going to show you where.
I want you to put it up here where you said.
There?
Yeah, there.
So do you want me to sit it I think over or...
Oh, God. Well, if you think over, I'm going to say over.
Over.
Yeah.
Right, so we want it to touch. So you only want to glue it where it's touching. We don't want to stick it on and then go, oh no, and you've got to bend it into place.
see what
It's
you
got
mean,
to ping
yeah.
off. It's
Yeah.
got to touch. So we want it to sit like that. So I can see here that there is the area that it wants
Yeah.
to touch, okay? When you get that U-glue on, you really want to warm it up.
Yeah.
They don't like it when they're cold, okay?
They
So
don't.
that friction. Also, sometimes it's really good to get one on there as well in the same spot. Depends
Okay.
how good you are at lining that up. Get that nice and warm and then stick the U-glue to
Okay.
U-glue.
All right.
But for today, that gives it extra strength. But for today, we're gonna go like this. But see how that's properly stuck on because we've warmed it up.
Properly stuck on.
Properly stuck on. Now, we're gonna go in. That's it, you keep nice hold for me and we're gonna stick like this. I would normally do more than 1 point of glue, okay, for a client. I believe that could have taken 2
Okay.
so that it doesn't wobble, but I'll do that in a second.
It's quite nice wobbling, though. It's a
You like it?
butterfly,
It's like a
isn't it?
butterfly, yeah.
Exactly,
True,
yeah.
but you would be worried it'd come off.
You would be, yeah.
So for a client, you'd want to double stick that.
Okay.
This, however, I'm going to show you that this would look good, and we're going to go in here, but I'm going to show you that there's another way of connecting it in. So we're going to use...
You just can't help yourself, can you? Just another technique, another technique.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
showing
that
you
is an
multiples.
amazing ribbon.
It was somebody called the legend Greg. What I'm going to do with that, you could half that to be
Yeah,
fair, but
yeah.
we're going to use the whole thing because it was so lovingly made.
Thank you.
And then we're going to roll it in. Tie it. Tie it a couple of times. And then, again, that is too long. Okay?
Yeah.
But for purposes, everyone knows what we mean. Say, for example, we want it to go there. Get it in, the gap fillers, wrap them round, tie that in. Tie that in. Cut them off because they are super long.
Yeah.
I just popped a balloon.
That's all right. This happens. So what do you do in that situation when that happens?
What
When
I'm going
you're
to do is squeeze the air out of that and
Just add another
get
one in.
another one and add it in. Can I do that quick?
yeah, go for it.
We'll just use this colour. I'm going to use mocha.
This does occasionally happen.
Yeah, I did it because I pulled too tight on the balloon. I'm not going to tie that off and then tie it again. I'm just going to tie the whole thing straight in.
Okay.
It's quicker and it's done. Let's replace that. Now, say we wanted that to sit like that.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable doing it now.
I know.
Sorry.
I know. Oh, we can't put it on the floor because then nobody'd see it.
I'm sorry.
I'm thinking of you, everybody.
I know, yeah, and there's me trying to just crack on and do the job and no one can see me. I'm gonna cut them off.
Oh, you've just burst another balloon. That's what happens when you use scissors.
I'm sorry. I just want to show you guys what really happens when you're a balloonist.
I know. This is what you don't see on Instagram, everybody.
Yeah, this is so true. Everyone thinks that, my balloons are perfectly popped. Well, yeah, they pretty much are. They pretty much are, guys. In fact, actually, I'm gonna put it that way.
Okay.
But you see where that is touching there?
Yeah, you could put another.
We're going in with the glue.
Oh, we're going to do another
going in with
glue
the glue.
dash.
And that's how we're gonna sit it. But it does keep moving from being on this funky stool.
I'm sorry, the stool's not big enough.
Yeah, it's just not big enough for my humongous space.
We've invested a
haven't
lot in these stools, you know.
we? The stool is brilliant.
Just, it's not really designed for this, is it?
Yeah, it's not designed for making balloons on. There we go.
That's really cool. Love it.
That's how. And then I would move them around just to get that to sit exactly where you want it. Pick them bits off. And then I would add pearls in the base.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I would do. And what I would do this side is I'd add a little bit of helium.
I love it. So what helium would you put there?
So I would do a mixture of the gold, the latte and the mocha.
Yeah.
And do just a 3.
Okay.
Latex.
Yeah.
Bit of high float. And I would literally just have like 1, 2, 3, like that.
The flourishes just make it completely different, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you could do that. If you really wanted to, you could do that just with these balloons and just that base,
Yeah.
a letter, and that's basic.
So quick.
But how long would it take you to add these bits? Not that long.
No. But
it adds massive amounts of value.
Exactly that. So, yeah, I would go in and put more pearls around the bottom and give it more of my touch.
Yeah.
But if somebody didn't want to spend too much, it's impactful, clever, but lowering the product and not the price.
Yeah, yeah. Love it. Love it. Loretta, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Again, an amazing creation, but simple.
Yes.
Right, as a guest on BMTV, you get to ask everybody the question of the week. So this week's question of the week is, are we going to go with ooh glue or you glue?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are we going to go with that?
Yeah, we're going with that, definitely.
Is it you glue or is it ooh glue? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Loretta, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then I completely forget what it is I say at the end. And thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon. You'll be notified every time we upload a new show. Check us out on Instagram and check us out on, what's the other one? TikTok. Stay happy, stay positive. See you all next week. Bye.